Hello and welcome to the program Gender Screen. This program focuses on women empowerment and the major cause of sexual gender-based violence against women and children within Liberia. Female genital mutilation is prevalent in Liberia. Genital mutilation is either a taboo or a topic that cannot be discussed. It is difficult to get accurate data on FGM in Liberia. A 2007 demographic survey asked women if this belonged to the senior society within Liberia. It was assumed that those who were part of the senior society has undergone FGM. The rate of FGM at that time was 58% within our country. For today's topic, we will be discussing female genital mutilation in Liberia. Let us consider FGM. What is female genital mutilation? It is the total removal of a female genital organ that either lead to a complication during birth and serious health issue. Our guest for today is from the Female Genital Working Group within Liberia. Her name is Mr. TAMBA Johnson. He will be here today with the Executive Officer of the Women's Solidarity Incorporated, Maria G. Dunn, and we will be discussing female genital mutilation. My name is Grace Williams, and you are watching CTV Africa. Welcome back to the program Gender Screen. I am Grace Williams and you are watching CTV Africa. For today, we will be discussing female genital mutilation within Liberia. And as I said, we have two guests that will be on our platform today. One is from the Female Genital Working Group within Liberia. The other one is from WOSI, that is the Women's Solidarity Incorporated of Liberia. So, Madam, can you please introduce yourself?
Thank you. My name is MARIAN, DEAH. And I work for Women's Solidarity Incorporated as an executive officer.
Thank you very much. What's your name?
Well, I'm TAMBA Johnson, the policy coordinator of the National Working Group Against Female Genital Mutilation, in short, the NAWUCA FGM Liberia.
Thank you very much. And like I said, our guests, they are fully prepared to discuss this issue. So I would like to start from the female because guess what? We are the best among the rest. We know how to discuss the issue. So, Madam, can we know a little bit about you and your office, what you're into?
Okay. Like I said, Women's Solidarity Incorporated is a female organization. We focus mainly on female genital mutilation. Women's Solidarity is a co-chair on the Female Genital Working Group Against FGM. And we have been working around FGM. As for Women's Solidarity, we were founded since 2006, May 22nd.
That means you have been very long into the advocacy.
Yes.
Wow.
And our first project was from Equality Now, and it was called Break the Taboo. Because as you know, female genital mutilation was a taboo.
Yes, totally a taboo within Liberia. You don't talk about it.
Don't talk about it. And this, when this project began, it was not easy to talk about it.
I know, I was around.
Yes. But the breaking the taboo came about when we were opportune to speak to someone from Internal Affairs who led us into the community and spoke with their members, that we were able to go through to discuss that issue of female genital mutilation. And actually, I must admit, we have broken that taboo, and today we can discuss female genital mutilation everywhere.
So before we go into detail of our discussion, I want to know you. I want to know who this Maria Dunn is. I really want to know you. I want the public to know who you are and what motivated you in going into advocacy for women.
As Marian there is sitting, I'm one way or the other a victim of sexual gender-based violence.
Wow.
And so my family too are victims, especially so my mother. My mother, I started growing up knowing my mother. We have 4 children for our mother, and she underwent C-section. That reason, we did not know what was the reason until 2012 when I saw myself doing this work. I went to conduct an activity, and she was not there, and this activity went on. When we came home, it was then that she opened up and told me what was happening to her. She said, what all the lady explained, because as Women's Solidarity, what we do is when we go out there, we bring in someone to talk about the health implication of FGM.
Yeah.
And talk about the human rights aspect of it. So if the health person actually speak and tell you what are the consequences that involve when it comes to FGM, you can see yourself into the picture. And I saw myself, I started growing with this because I can remember 1997, a lady was being forced to undergo the practice of FGM. Though I was a child, and I started feeling for her.
I'll just
and
hold
so
you.
that passion was there to do that work.
I'll hold you right there. Now we go to the FGM working group within Liberia. We want to hear from this wonderful young men that have been into the advocacy for a very long time. Mr. Johnson, you are highly welcome to the platform.
Thank you very much for affording me the opportunity and to explain why we have engaged ourselves into working when it comes to female genital mutilation in Liberia. For the National Working Group Against Female Genital Mutilation was actually established by 16 organizations in Liberia working on harmful traditional practices with focus on female genital mutilation in 2010. And why was it established? We found out that everyone was interested in working towards any FGM in Liberia, but they were working disjunctly. So come together as a force in order to face this particular issue. Was why the National Working Group Against Female Genital Mutilation was indeed established.
I want to pause you because I know you are ready to go far into this topic. But Mr. Johnson, can we get to know you? Can the public know who they are speaking with?
Well, I'm TAMBA DISSCUSES Johnson, a native Liberian boy who hailed from a family of 9 persons, 1 predeceased or have died already, and I am a master's degree holder, if they want to know, in education with emphasis in administration and supervision. I got certificate and diplomas when it comes to social work and everything, and because of the passion I have for women having access to equal opportunities and everything, that's one of the reasons that have really allowed me to join into the advocacy when it comes to women's rights in Liberia.
Okay, now this is the program Gender Scream on CTV Africa, and I have these wonderful people here as my guests today. We'll be discussing female genital mutilation. I'll now go over to my madam because we love to take first preference with madam. But before that, we'll take a short break to be right back. Welcome back. If you are just joining us, this is a reminder that you are watching CTV Africa. I am Grace Williams and the program is Gender Scream, and today we are discussing female genital mutilation. I'm in studio with 2 wonderful people that know much about this topic. Madam MARIAN DEAH, she's from WOSI, the Women's Solidarity Incorporated Liberia, and I have Mr. TAMBA Johnson from the Female Genital Working Group within Liberia. So today I would like to go to the female first because you know we are always number 1. So madam, what is the present rate of FGM within Liberia, if I may ask?
Yes, the present rate now is 47%. Like 2007 report was at 58%.
Yeah.
But now it's at 47%, and we know that it have dropped a little.
So what is your secret? How have you people been combating that you have reduced to that level?
We've been combating this serious issue by talking with the practitioners, dealing with the duty bearers who are people who got sole responsibility of dealing with the people, like the internal affairs and the traditional council, and even speaking with the lawmakers who are there making laws. But the thing there is, if you talk to the people that are on ground, the youth and the women, the men, along with the practitioners, those who do the circumcisers, I call the practitioners.
Okay.
So talking with them, having separate meetings with them, telling them the health implications of the female genital mutilation has become one of our secrets that brought us to this level today.
Thank you very much. So Mr. Fupai, what do you have to say about the dramatic change or the lower rate we have now in FGM? Because I saw the report from 2007 with 58% and now we have like 47%. What do you have to say about it?
One of the strategies we have used and we will continue to use is understanding from the bottom to the top approach. Meaning we are not going to start with the individuals, we are going to start with those who are carrying on the practices. And one of those group of people that we have engaged and we will continue to engage, they are the men. we believe that the men, when they understand that the practice of female genital mutilation is harmful to the survival of women, the practice will indeed stop. So that's why we have engaging, and we continue to engage them. That's one of the reasons that is bringing the drastic measure when it comes to the reduction of FGM in Liberia.
I'm very happy for that dramatic change, but I want to ask you, what method your organization has been putting in place to battle FGM?
One of them, there's so many methods.
Okay, I want to know the one that is working.
The one that is working,
we want to know,
is the engagement with practitioners themselves.
Okay.
When you engage a practitioner themselves, we like them to bring up their own stories.
How is it done?
Well, we have seminars like workshops.
Okay. Yeah.
We have interactive forums like dialogues. We have roundtable discussion with practitioners. And what we usually do is that we have series of dialogue. You have with social women and you have with social men. We have developed and understood that men and women, when they are brought together on the scene, that at times the women are very shy to talk. So you have the both of them secret meetings. At the end of the day, you bring the both of them together, and that has been one of the success stories that we have had all the time.
And can you show light on your method?
The awareness raising method, as he just said, creating more awareness, because in anything you should be in the know. When you are aware of what's going on, you know, sometimes like we went to Nimba, to the border area, a town called Mandaple, and we had a program there. And one of the zoo, the hair zoo was in the program that day. One Makema. After the health practitioner have explained the negative effects, the health consequences of FGM, what are those things that happen to people who undergo FGM, she broke up and came and said that she did not know that these things that happen are because of FGM. And she actually left there and denounced the practice and agreed that I will not do FGM again. I will join you people to create more awareness. So if you create awareness and people are in the know, they will know what's going on.
Talking about health, the concern in health matters, I want to know what risks does people that undergo FGM stands when it comes to health wise.
There are so many risks involved when you undergo FGM, because the system of people differs.
Okay.
Like for me, my skin may be different from yours.
Yeah.
So someone who undergo FGM and their skin is not good and the scar remain on them, that person have pain during sexual relationship, so they don't have feelings, they fear sex. That's number one thing. And because of that scar, the clitoris is kind of something that enlarged to help the female during birth.
Yeah,
and so so if the clitoris is not there again, it's no longer around to enlarge, to give free flow to the child, it means that that lady will not give birth by herself.
Of course.
That lady will not give birth by herself, and she will undergo C-section. So these are risks. And you see that the issue of sexual pleasure is not for people who undergo FGM. Yes. Okay. And so these are so many risks, things that involve when you undergo FGM.
And one of the things that is associated when it comes to female genital mutilation, if this fistula, when it comes to
fistula, so it's caused by FGM.
It is one of the causes.
Wow. And people don't really know.
What happens is that the female has what we call a tube connecting from the vagina to that of the uterine tube. That's a uterine tube. And people who carry on this practice are not medically inclined. So what happens is that if you are going to cut the clitoris and you are not medically inclined, mistakenly you touch that tube that is connected from the vagina to that of the uterus. What happens? It cuts. This is how in the Liberian scenario you always hear the poo-poo and pee sickness. It's what causes, because people just don't know. That's one of the things. And the next thing actually went for the point is that the health hazard. You go to give birth. Many times in the interior, you always hear people say, this woman want to give birth because she was pregnant, she slept with another man, that's why she died. People just don't know. The vagina was made in order to help, especially the clitoris. The clitoris is there to help as a means through which it can lubricate time for adult sexual pleasure or that of birth. But there is nothing there to help to lubricate. So what happens? The person becomes dry, and they have to force themselves. At point, you see them tearing during the time of birth and other things. So these are some of the harmful practices and health hazards when it comes to female genital mutilation practices in Liberia and the world at large.
So looking at the fact now, how can we, because like I said from my intro, FGM or female genital mutilation is like a taboo within our country. So you people been in the field for a very long time. What methods have you using to talk about this issue? What giving you that brave, that mindset to be able to go out there to talk to people about FGM?
You see, the late Martin Luther King says, and I quote, "If we keep silent about what matters, at the end of the time, we will not remember the harm our enemies have done."
Okay.
In the short, but rather the silence of our friends. So what has motivated us in order to carry on the act of female genital, advocacy in female genital mutilation is we want for our mothers, our sisters, our daughters to have sexual pleasure and to be able to give birth normally, safely. This is one of the reasons that have pumped us.
Let's get to you. Yeah.
One thing is, like for my organization, my mission statement says we are to create an enabling environment where women's rights are protected, women are respected in society. You know, so if women have been gone against with such an immune and treatment, it's not good. So with the passion to speak out for other people who do not know their right, who see FGM to be a tradition, yes, are people that we're talking to today to know that FGM is worldwide issue and not a tradition. FGM is practiced in 28 African countries and not Liberia alone. So it's not tradition, but it's a harmful practice that goes against women. And what do we do? What should we do for women to not undergo this? Is to let you know that allow our children, our sisters, our mothers to go to school, know what's good for them, allow them to speak for themselves, and allow them to you know, your body belongs to yourself. And so no one someone will leave you 2 years and take you into the sandy bush and practice FGM on you that you don't know anything about, that you go through the pain for the rest of your life. No, that's why we say no to that.